Okay, so we use our boat covering here as our chicken culling station. So we have a bit of a U-shaped situation here happening. We have 3 coolers here with ice cold water in them, and that is for after the chickens are fully cleaned, they can go in the coolers. Now some people have a full like sink and refrigerator and all that. Not to us, not yet at least. So right now we're working with coolers and folding tables. So you can definitely, I'm sure you could find somewhere that liquidates some of those really great stainless steel countertops. We're just using folding tables. That's all you really need. So we have a folding table up front here. I have these flexible cutting boards on them. You can use any kind of cutting board that is non-porous for your chicken cleaning. You don't want a porous one because you don't want to be able to sanitize it properly. These work really great. I have obviously knife here, lung scraper that we just got from Yardbird. And I also have, this is not essential, but I like to have it here. It's just a bucket of water for my hands if I want to clean my hands randomly in the middle of cleaning. I have the hose hanging here. I'm just using a tomato cage to get it off the ground, so we're not putting the hose on the ground since we're using the hose to clean out the birds. We don't want to get that dirty. We want to keep it as clean as possible. So I just put it here to keep it off the ground. We also have our free-range chickens everywhere, and so we have to keep them out because they just want to come in here. So we have just a small fence running to keep them out. Otherwise they're in here all up in our business and it's a huge annoyance. We have our little side table here, and this just has extra random things. We have some Ziploc bags over there if we need them. Knife sharpener. Obviously our beverages for the day. Baby monitor there. So this bucket here is going to have just kind of, it's cold water. It's not ice cold water. We're just cooling down the birds here. So they have already been through the plucker and they're just kind of waiting for me to clean them here. So you definitely want a transition bucket. And I believe a lot of farmers call it like the pink water bucket. And that's just kind of the holding tank for your chickens while they're waiting to be fully processed. We have a garbage can here. Now we have the 2 killing cones. They are slightly different sizes. This Yardbird one is really nice. It's nice and big, and so we will definitely be getting another one of those. We have the buckets underneath to catch the blood. A tip, definitely put water in your buckets for your blood. If you don't put water in there, the blood coagulates and gets really stuck inside the buckets and makes it really hard to get out. You put water in it, it really helps the cleanup process. So we have the 2 kill cones. Depending on how many chickens you're doing, you may want more. This is also just it's a bucket. It does have a hole in the bottom. That originally was a 3rd kill cone that we kind of like makeshift, but it's actually just a holding container right now. It didn't work super great as a kill cone, so we'll just be getting another one. Here comes my hubby with some more hot water. So that's going to be our hot water station, where you've seen, if you've watched any of our other chicken videos, where he scalds the chicken to right after it's culled to loosen the feathers. So there's a certain temperature the water has to be. What's that temp, hubby?
Between 140 and 160.
Okay, so between 140 and 160 to kind of loosen up the feathers. So that's the station here. We use a camping stove, propane camping stove, which works really well for us. And he's putting a little bit of dish soap in there. That's a little tip he found online somewhere. Where'd you find that one?
On the internet.
On the internet. And that helps. What does that help do?
Loosen the feathers.
Loosen the feathers. It helps loosen the feathers. And get the dirt off, because Cornish cross chickens are quite dirty when you put them in the water. They're pretty gross, actually. So yeah, so we have that station here right next to the depulker, that Yardbird depulker that we absolutely love. That is right next to that. So basically the order of events, my husband brings the chickens in, goes straight to the kill cones, takes care of that. Well, he does have them upside down for a few minutes because that is, it kind of helps the chicken to relax and for everything to go really smoothly. So puts the chickens in the kill cones, waits I don't remember how long he waits, and then he dispatches them. Blood and the head goes in the bucket. Some people don't fully remove the head. We do. We don't really need a head flopping around. We don't keep it for anything, so there's no point. So we dispatch him there. Then he goes straight over here. And, sorry, my camera keeps auto-focusing. And then he'll do the scalding. Then he goes to the depulker. And then he puts them into that pink water over here, that holding tank right here. And then as I'm going through, obviously we have some in there. We're about halfway through the day right now. We have 30 birds to do today. We are about, I've got it about 15 or 16. And so these ones are waiting for me to get moving. So once I grab them from the pink bucket here, I will clean them on this table. I have my gut buckets here. I have one for feet, which I know, so many people save these feet and make collagen broth. That's just not our jam. But I did recently actually read on one of my other videos, somebody commented and said that you can freeze these and feed them to your dogs as dog treats, and I totally think that's a great idea, so we might do that. So we're kind of saving those aside. Well, so this gut bucket right here is the rest of the organs, and usually in the past we have separated them out with, heart and all that jazz, but we're just putting it all in there today, and we're just gonna let the chickens peck away at it and get some good protein. I know, Josh, go ahead, you tell me how much I need to keep those, but I'm probably not going to, so the chickens will enjoy. That is kind of the gist of it. After I clean it out, I spray it down with a hose, and then I put them into one of our coolers here. Here, I'll just open one and show you what we have going on. We have ice cold water. We have the chickens in there, just chilling out, literally. So Yardbird was super awesome, and they sent us a thank you gift in the mail for doing a review on their plucker. So they sent us the lung scraper as well as the butcher apron, which is super awesome, and we're really excited to use these items. So I've been using the lung scraper today for the first time, and it really does clean out the lungs really nice and clean. And so I'm going to go ahead and just use it a few times and show you, and I'll do one up close so you can see that it really does pull the lungs out really nice and easy. Is it something that you absolutely 100% need? No. But does it make your job nice and clean? Yes, definitely. So I will show you that right now. Alright, so we're at the spot where we're going to take out the lungs now, and I'm going to bring it close so you can see inside. Hopefully that light shines in there a little bit for you. You can see, let's see here. The lungs are those bright, let's see there you go. The lungs are those bright pink in there. They're kind of attached in between the ribs. So sometimes they come out with the insides as you pull them out, and then sometimes you have to scrape them out. So that's why we have this handy dandy scraper. So this is the new scraper we just got from Yardbird. It has a really comfortable handle, and it has these little teeth here that helps scrape it out in between the ribs. And I've been using it all afternoon, and it seems to work pretty nifty actually. So what I've been doing is just kind of, I probably won't be able to show you this, but I just kind of do a couple swoops on the sides along the rib cage, and then I do one swoop down, and it just comes out in one whole piece like that. And it seems to come out really nice and clean, and so it's not an issue having it stuck in there. So here's the two little lungs there, and I'm gonna shine this in there again. Not sure if you can see, but they're gone in there, but I can actually see the ribs now, because that actually covers up the ribs, and we have a nice clean cavity. I'm going to blast this out with some water, but overall this has been really helpful today to get the lungs out. Okay, so that is kind of our whole setup that we have going on. It's worked really well for us since we've been doing it this way, and so as of right now we don't have any immediate plans to change this. At some point we would like to make some nice counter height butcher tables and all that kind of stuff, but right now folding tables are great. You got to make do with what you have and what is cost effective for you. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of what a chicken culling setup looks like. We like to keep everything really nice and clean and tidy, just for sanitation reasons obviously, and for ease of cleanup. I do use, or both of us use, just a vinegar water mixture throughout the day, and we're constantly spraying things down with like our hands and just the countertops and everything with a vinegar solution to keep everything really nice and sanitized. So yeah, there you have it. So hopefully that is helpful if this is something that you're interested in doing, and it's, you know, pretty low cost. And you know, like I said earlier in the video, definitely check out Yardbird. They have a lot of great tools. They have the pluckers, they have the kill cones, and you saw obviously also that they have the lung scraper, which is super great. So yeah, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, blessed day. And if you want to watch any of our other chicken videos, I will put those right over here. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one.